evening, everybody. Welcome to another session of Faith and Finance Weekly. I trust that we are all good. I trust that we are ready to learn to scale again. And it's an honor to be in your space again this evening. Please just help me confirm that you can hear and you can see me. You can hear and you can see me. All right, so we're going to go straight into it immediately. I want us to be on the same page. So we've been taking it stage by stage. We've been looking at value vehicles, how to move in the different stages. So I go from having a job to owning a system, and then sowing money seeds where I'm not really working, but assets that I have and money at this stage now begins to work for you. So it's in phases. You go from I own a job. I have a job. So I'm employed. Maybe I'm working a 9 to 5. Then I move from having a job to owning a job. And then I go from owning a job to owning a system. So they're different. We're not going to go into all of that because we spent 2 weeks, okay, on it. We first understood the different stages and phases, and then last week we took time to show the exact steps you can take to move from having a job to move to owning a job. Then I don't want to stay at owning a job, and I want to go from owning a job to owning a system. What do I need to do in between? Then I don't want to just stay there, and I want to start sowing money seeds. I want money to start working for me because that is where wealth is. So we've done all that, and I believe that was helpful. Now, after we know this and we have this information, the next step is taking action. The next step is taking action because we can be excited with all the information we have, but until you use the information, you remain grounded. You remain at the same spot. Maybe your head just gets bigger. Maybe you just have more information to argue with, but you've not moved. You're not better. Nothing has changed. Okay, so today I want us to look at things that can delay our movement, delay in that gravitational pull that stops somebody from moving. Is as if he wants to go and there's some elastic that's holding him back. What are those things that stop us from taking action? How can we counter it? Because you know exactly, you have the blueprint. If you were in that session, it's right, you know it, and the video is right there. The video is there. You can go back and watch it. The link will be in the description. You can go back and watch it. But after you know what to do, the next step is to go and do what you know. So what are those gravitational pulls that destroy our destiny? So the truth of the matter is, in this day and age, and if you are part of this community, the truth is you're not lacking resources. You're not lacking resources because with just what is on this channel, you have enough to move. And with the world we live in, with the internet and information everywhere, in fact, the issue we have now is information overload, not having information. Is information overload. So if we have a problem of too much information, the issue now is what are we doing with the information we have? We using it, are we maximizing it? So it's not a lack of resources that's the problem. It's a lack of velocity, a lack of movement, a lack of action. The truth is, you've not been delayed by the economy, you've not been delayed by the market, you have been delayed by a mindset of avoidance, procrastination. I will do it tomorrow. Oh, maybe when circumstances are better. Oh, things will get better and it will be a better time for me to start. Doesn't exist. It's an illusion. There's no better time to start. The best The best time to start was yesterday. The next best time they say is today. It's now. So if I wait for things, everything to align, I will wait until I'm dead. With everything you've learned, what have you done with it? Okay, you saw the steps. We were supposed to go back and review and check, where am I now? What position am I in? What phase am I in or on? And what do I need to do to progress? You have it already. You have the tools and the resources. This is what you should do to move from this phase to this phase. In the last 7 days, what have we done with it? So it's not the market, it's not the economy, it's not the nation, wherever you're joining from. The issue is a mindset of avoidance. So we're going to move straight into it. Three immutable laws of breakthrough velocity. What are those three laws that will cause me to move? There has to be a level of push. There has to be a level of push, a strength in the push, and a consistency in the push to break through that wall. So, what are those laws that will enable me break through that hindrance? What is that thing? What are those three things that I can apply? What is the new information I can have that will help me understand what is causing these delays? What is making me not take that step? Sometimes you just have to look at it, and even though it's the worst time to start, you just start. Why? I just want to take that action. I want to make a decision. I want to make a commitment. This is, if you're joining live, some people will watch this later, but in recording this, this is the end of November, the 28th day of November 2025. So the best, no, not the best part of the year, but most part of the year is gone, because the best part of the year is still ahead. But the most part of the year is gone. And some people are already thinking, oh, I will start in 2026. Avoidance mindset. Why? What is special about January 1st, 2026? What makes it more important than tomorrow, than tonight? Why are you pushing it to the next year? Avoidance mindset. So, what are three immutable laws of breakthrough velocity? So, these three laws must be mastered to overcome the gravitational pull of procrastination and launch your value vehicle. So if we want to start moving and progressing to the next stages and phases, we must master these laws. The first law, the law of authority. The law of authority. Let me tell you the truth. You already know this truth. But sometimes you may feel that the issue is with you. No. Things will not always go your way. Let me even put it another way. Things will many times not go your way at the beginning. It is the authority, knowing that this thing must work. I am not moving. I will not be afraid. I will not be shaken. What I was excited about yesterday, even though today is now here and it's as if it's not going to happen, I will still force myself to be excited, because every work works. Everything I work on works. There's nothing I do that fails. There's no such thing as failure around me. Everything I do works. It works for me or it works on me. I learned that. And since the day I heard it, I've held on to it. Thanks be to God who always, not most times, not sometimes, gives us the victory through our Lord. Always. So I don't care what it looks like. The law of authorities, I stand my ground and I take charge. The first law is authority. The spirit of fear versus the spirit of sound mind. Yeah, there are two different spectrums. They are opposites. Fear, belief. Fear, faith. So, Second Timothy 1:7 makes it very clear. God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. You must get rid of fear. Many times the reason we don't start is fear. Fear. You're thinking, what if it doesn't work? What if people find out that I'm fake? What if people realize that I'm not that good? As I'm staying in my lane, people will not know. But if I come out now in the open, everybody will see that of a truth, oh, it's not this, it's not that. Fear. What if I invest this money and I lose it all? Fear. What if I take this step and everything crashes? Even the little I have, I lose it. Fear. Fear is the enemy of a sound mind. Because anytime you're in fear, you're not thinking straight. Anytime you're in fear, you're not thinking straight. You're reasoning emotionally, and the natural instinct of the flesh steps in to preserve, to protect you from harm, to protect you from what it feels is danger. And anything that is outside your comfort zone, your flesh triggers it or senses it as danger. If you don't know how to ride a bicycle, hmm, and you go to learn and you take those first steps, the instinct steps in, and it's not your psyche is not trying to harm you, it's actually trying to protect you. Maybe you fall the first time, the fear intensifies. That's why when people fail at something, the next time they attempt it, the fear is more. You have to fight it. Anytime you do something outside your comfort zone, your flesh will try to protect you from harm. It's a protection instinct, but at the end of the day, it's costly to you. It's something we have to deal with every day. And that's why you must keep doing new things. You must keep stretching yourself. So you must aggressively resist anxiety. You must aggressively resist anxiety and fear. Aggressively. Be very aggressive. Take it very serious. Don't play around with it. Aggressively resist it. You see, anything you accept will continue. If you put up with it, it becomes a norm. Don't tolerate fear. Type it on the chat. I won't tolerate fear. Or no fear here. No fear. Anxiety and fear. Somebody will say, but I don't know how to do this. That's what we say most times. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. But guess what? You've never attempted it before, so how do you know you don't know how to? I don't know how to do it. That's the immediate response that comes. I don't know how to do it. How do you know you don't know how if you've not tried it? Okay. Have you ever said, I don't know how to be a wife? Before you got married, did you say, I don't know how to be a husband? Did you say, oh, I don't know how to own a television? Can you see? Oh, I'm not sure I will be able to operate a television. Some of us, the first time you held an ATM in your hand, you had never used it. Remember, well, I don't know your age, but when I was growing up, there was no such thing as ATMs. So I had to try it for the first time. But guess what? When they gave you that card, you were bold enough to walk to the ATM machine, slot it in, and follow the directions. There will always be a first, and you must just step out into the water. And don't wait till 2026. The longer you put off that thing, the harder it is to start. So, the way I did this is we're going to break it down into what the different aspects mean and the actions you should take when you notice them. So, let's be very practical. So, fear manifests as anxiety, can manifest as anxiety, which is future paralysis. That's what it's called. So, it's called future paralysis because you are paralyzed in a spot. You don't want to move. You're afraid to move because of a fear of what will happen in the future. Okay, you are foreseeing the negative outcome of that thing. You're not seeing positive, so the person becomes paralyzed and doesn't take that step because he's worried about a future outcome that he has not seen yet. Oh, he's just envisioning the worst happening, so he's paralyzed. Then anxiety sets in. He starts playing in his mind all the things that can go wrong, all the things that will spoil, how they will laugh at him, how he will be called a failure. So it's imagined an imagined future of failure. Worry over an outcome that is neither guaranteed nor present. The outcome is not guaranteed. If the outcome is guaranteed, why isn't a positive outcome guaranteed? You're not guaranteeing a positive outcome, but in your mind, you're focusing on the negative one. It's not guaranteed. It's neither guaranteed nor present. It hasn't happened yet, but you are envisioning the worst. It wastes your current energy because the time you would have been using to looking for the time you would have used to look for a solution, you're using it to focus on the negative things that can happen and how you will react and how it will be bad for you. Waste of energy. So what should you do? Immediately, immediately, immediately. I've taught this before. It's very easy to know when you're in a negative state, when you're thinking negatively. Very easy. God has made us that way so you can tell. Once you sense negative emotions, you know you are thinking negative. So once you notice you start getting irritated easily, you get angry easily, you're moody, you know already you veered into anxiety and fear. You're not thinking the good that can happen, you're only thinking the negative that may happen. So you can always tell where you are by your emotions, your feelings. So immediately you sense a negative, you're dragging, you're just sigh, you're just irritated, just notice immediately and switch your thoughts. So immediately replace the question, what if it fails, with the faith-filled declaration, how awesome is this going to be when it works? So for instance, I'll use a real situation. Let's say you are expecting some money and you have a number of things lined up you want to do with that card. And they're delaying. Out of character, that delay should never be. But all the same, they're delayed. And it's affecting things. You know how, pressure. You need to do this thing. You need to settle this. You need to settle, and time is going. See what I now do. I've done it for a while, so it happens by default now. And I thank God for that. And I will keep working on myself to keep getting better at it. We're all working and improving. I'm not there yet. Nowhere near. But every day, every week, every month, I should be moving closer. And of course, there's no finish line. There's no finish line. When we get to point A, we shift the line to point B. When we get to point B, we shift the line to point C. Simple. So when I'm expecting money from A or B and it's not coming, and I know that I have to settle this thing, I start thinking, wow, so this money is going to come from somewhere else. And at the end of the day, by the time A and B now come, it becomes extra. And I immediately switch it in my head to a thing of joy, to a thing of joy and excitement. That money didn't come now, and of course, the Lord supplies all our needs. So if it didn't come from there, that means it's coming from somewhere else, and that one is now going to come and become extra. So I will now need to use from that particular source to solve this issue, to meet this need, to take care of this thing. It's going to come from somewhere else, and that one is still there for me to collect still. So I have made more. So, in other words, the need has presented a need for more to come. You can switch it. Immediately replace the question, what if it fails, with the faith-filled declaration, how awesome is this going to be? Not how awesome would it be if, how awesome is it going to be when it works, because it always works. So you just notice a switch in your emotions. So instead of feeling anxious, you start becoming excited. So the next place you notice the manifestation of fear is avoidance, past paralysis. You're looking at what happened before. I've tried this business before, it didn't work. I quit my job the last time. I said I'll go out on my own. I did it for 6 months. It didn't work. I beg. No be everybody feed own job. No be everybody feed own system. Avoidance. Allowing a previous failure or disappointment, gravity of the past pulling you back to stop you from acting in the present. Allowing what didn't work in the past to stop you from attempting it in the future. So what do? Engage the love of God by forgiving yourself for the past failures. Whether the failure came by you not doing what you should do, you didn't work hard on it, you gave up too soon, or somebody caused this, or somebody did that, forgive. Let it go. Remember, it always works. Even when it failed, there's something I can learn from it. Nothing works against me. Nothing works against you. Declare that the word and your purpose are the only current reality that matters. What matters is that the word of God says this will work. What matters is that this thing I am going for aligns with the word. What matters is that I know my future will always be better than my past. Always, not most times, always. I never have a better yesterday, even if today looks worse than yesterday. There's something happening in a room I'm not aware of. It hasn't been shown to me yet, but I know that every day is better. Why? That's what the scripture tells me. So, what is important to me, the reality, is what the word says. And my purpose in life cannot be denied. The past has no the past has no power over my future. The past has no power over today's seed. The seed I sow today is not affected by the mistakes I made yesterday. Okay? So, to wrap up the first law, immediately stop yielding your mind to the spirit of fear. The sound mind, the Bible promises, demands that we focus on the power available right now to take the first step. And let me even say this, forget yesterday and forget tomorrow. Let's focus on today. Without the right steps today, there's no tomorrow. So stop putting things off. Start now. Take action now. Take action immediately. Make the move now. Make the move immediately. The moment you start, the work, the moment you take the first step, you demonstrate the sound mind in authority over anxiety and avoidance. Whatever distractions they want to bring, that's their business. I stay focused and I take the step. Oh, it's a waste of time. No, nobody ever thought. So yeah, you should have asked me if you asked. No, no, no. As far as I've entered there and I've started, it will work. It will work. I may need to tweak things. I may need to adjust things. I may need to grow, but everything I work on works. Not most things, every single thing. Say that to yourself. Everything I work on works. I don't waste time. I sow time. I invest time. I don't waste time. I sow time. I invest time. I can't fail. It's impossible. I'm made in the image of God. Eh? It's not possible. Second law, the law of covenant. This is decision and action. The law of covenant. So this is where we now move from weak intention to unstoppable commitment. This is where we make a commitment. And the truth is, most of us in our life, you know times where you just made that firm decision and you saw that thing happen. Against all odds, you just made a commitment that this is the end, or I will get this. Friday will not pass, this will be done. You just made a commitment and you can't explain it, but somehow, everything aligned and that thing happened. That's what you need to do here. Some people, you won't be married if you didn't make that commitment. Some people, you won't have started that business you have now if you didn't make that commitment. Some people won't have dropped that addiction if one day they didn't just make a commitment that it ends today. So we talk about making a choice, but a choice is weak. We can change our minds, like we're changing what to eat for dinner. We can consistently be changing our mind, but a decision is a covenant that cuts off all other outcomes. When you make a decision, there's no plan B. There's only plan A and plan A and plan A and plan A. Plan B is plan A with another strategy. Plan C is plan A with a different strategy. I go in and I go in. There's no plan B. Like when we get married is a decision that there's nothing taking us. I'm not going to be single again. I'm married. A decision. It's not that something happens that I don't like and I now decide I want out. When I start that business, it's a decision. I'm there. I'm not going to look for a job tomorrow again. I am going to do this thing and it will work. I will work it until it works for me. It works on me, but I will work it until it actually now works for me. It will work on me enough until I become who I need to be, then it starts working for me. Wow. I like that. I will work on it so much it will now be working on me, not for me at first. It will work on me and work on me and work on me until I become the person, being. We talked about that. When I become that person, it will now work for me. The law of covenant. You just make a firm decision. So a choice is tentative, is based on emotions or circumstances. I want to go to sleep. No, there's a nice movie on. Let me just finish one episode. Choice. You can change your mind easily. So when it's a choice, there's low commitment, low confidence, and eventual procrastination. The reason we keep procrastinating is that we've not made a firm decision. We've not entered covenant. Like when somebody says, I will pay my tithe, has nothing to do with the amount of money that enters your hand. It's a commitment, it's a covenant. That even if I need 10 million naira for this thing, and what came in is exactly is 9 million naira, I will still take out my tithes. It's a commitment, it's not negotiable. I get married and I say I've made a commitment to this woman. I don't care how the person looks, what they are doing. I'm committed to her, there's no going back. Commitment. It's not a choice. You don't just change your mind. I feel sad, so I do this. Oh, I feel happy, so I do that. No, it's a commitment. This is who I am. This is what I do. I've made this decision and I'm going in. That's not a choice. So a decision, the difference is it's a covenant. You make a decision and you cut off every other option. You eliminate all alternatives. This is final. I've made the decision and there's no going back. I don't make a decision lightly. When I make the decision, it stands. That's why we must learn to be slow to speak so that our words have a lot of value. Don't just make empty promises because you will have issues believing yourself. And the most important person you must believe is you. And what we don't know is that every single time we go back on what we say, every single time we don't stick to the goals we set, every single time we say, I will do this, I will do that, and we don't do it, you are thinking of what people think about you, but you're not realizing that the most important person is you. And every single time you don't stick to what you say, you are losing confidence in yourself. That's the worst thing. So it even gets to a point where people believe in you, you don't even believe in yourself anymore. You've tried and you've told yourself this, it doesn't work for me. There's just something about me. It's just because you've not learned to make a decision and stick to it, a firm decision, and you begin to trust yourself. So when we make a decision, the result is an unstoppable momentum. I don't care how excuse me, I don't care how I feel. Whether I'm happy, sad, whether I like what happened or I don't like what happened, I've made a decision and this is what I'm sticking to. You start trusting yourself. When you do this, success is guaranteed. I don't care where you start from. You make a firm decision. Success is guaranteed. I was looking back just today, I was just thinking and saying this year has really been good. Now, there are many things I said that I've not hit the peak of them. But looking back, I can see serious strides I took. I've made serious progress. Not just on the physical things, but here. And to me, that's always more important because I understand how life works. What is more important is what's happening here. And you will notice it from what happens here. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. I've noticed it from the way I interpret things, my mindset about important issues when it comes to finances, business, when it comes to leadership, sales, communication. I have seen a drastic move. And because there was a decision to learn and keep learning. Now, that decision was not made this year, but when I entered the year, I said in A, 1, 2, 3, 4 areas, I want to hone in here and focus on this, and I have seen the impact. We're not there yet, though. But man, I already know seeds that are in the ground, and every seed will produce. That's why I always say I don't focus too much about what is happening physically around me. I enjoy good things and I will continue to want good things and have good things. God never told me that good things are bad. In fact, He said He will give me the desires of my heart. He will gives us richly all things to enjoy.
So there's nothing wrong with it. But I know that all good things will start from good seeds. So I don't jump to manifest what I have not sown. So if you're making a firm decision, one of the first thing you should be thinking is a decision to sow the right seeds. And well, if you're in this community, you know by now when we say seeds, we're not just talking about sowing money, giving money. Sowing seeds, any area. Sow seeds. Anything I want to harvest, I must look for the seed for it. Any fruit I want to eat, I look for the seed and put in the ground to have the tree. Make a firm decision. Stop choosing to start. Every day, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, next week, I'm failing leave. Stop choosing to start. Start. Decide you have already started. You build trust and confidence one decision at a time. You build trust and confidence one decision at a time. I remember what I said. That trust and confidence is not just with people outside. It is more trust and confidence within yourself. Because the more you trust you, the more you are bold to take on mountains. The reason people don't attempt, the reason people keep starting and stopping is that they don't even believe they can anymore. They don't believe they can anymore. So make that firm decision. The third law, the law of application. So this is put in order. There is no consistent application without a firm decision. The reason people start and stop is they didn't do the second law. You listen to a video like this and you say, I will start posting every day. I want to build my brand every single day. So I will do this, I will do that. No firm decision. It's a choice. I was listening to a training by John Maxwell today, and he made a statement. He said, the more reasons you have to do something, the higher the chances of you sticking to that thing. The more reasons you have to do something. So if somebody says, I want to earn X amount of money, the more reasons you have to earn that amount of money, the higher your chances are of earning that amount of money. But if you say, I want to earn this amount of money so I can afford anything I want, that might not be sustainable enough. It's easier to be poor. It's easier for somebody to go through the hardship of poverty than the hardship of making the change to be rich. Hence, more are poor than rich. There was a period in my life that I looked at myself and I said, is this not painful enough? Why is it that I know what to do but I'm not doing it? How is it that I know that this can't work but I'm still repeating it? I'm still on my bed. I'm still playing game. I'm still watching a movie for the whole day, and I know that there are things I can be doing that will be productive. Why? It's easier to go through the hardship of poverty than the hardship of making a change for prosperity. Our body naturally doesn't like change. So once you are used to something, even though that thing is painful, hence the reason somebody will be in an abusive relationship and still say, who knows what is out there? At least I have a husband. At least I have a wife. You see the signs before you entered marriage, but you say, would I now start from the beginning? Will I now start from the beginning and build a relationship with somebody new? I've invested 5 years already and this person is ready to marry me. Will I now come and start from the beginning? The hardship of change. It's easier to go through the hardship of abuse than the hardship of change. the law of application. This is action acceleration. When I take action, consistent action, my leg on the accelerator and I'm not removing it. So you break the law of gravity pulling you back by application. Consistently being at it. Consistently hitting it. Do you know that if I give you a blunt axe to cut down a tree, and I give someone else a sharp axe to cut down a tree, both of you will cut down the tree if you keep swinging the axe. It will just take longer. So the person with the sharp axe will cut down the tree a lot faster than the person with the blunt axe. But guess what? If the person with the blunt axe every single day comes outside and he keeps hitting that tree with the blunt axe, will the tree eventually fall? Yes, it will. So when I make a decision to start, the most important thing is to start. It's not that I have everything right, it's that I start. Because the moment I start and I remain consistent in taking those steps, I will eventually get there. Because remember, it didn't work on me. It didn't work for me, but it's working on me. As it's working on me, I'm getting better. Oh, I noticed that when I tail the axe this way, it goes deeper. Oh, the longer I keep hitting, I become better. I become better. So, let me use myself as an example. So, I started this Faith and Finance Weekly. I wasn't ready. I've never done anything like this before. It's not about how many views. Guess what? It's about me getting better every single week. It's a seed entering the ground. And every day I speak, every day I teach, I'm getting better. So instead of me to wait to be the best, you don't become the best without practice. I remember they asked John Maxwell, what did you do? Man, you're amazing. And people born like this, you're amazing. How are you so good at this? And he laughed. He said, I've done this for how many years? Approximately spoken thousands of times. If I'm not good at it by now, then something is seriously wrong with me. Simple. Consistent action. You don't build that momentum by starting and stopping. Starting and stopping. There has to be consistent action. Keep hitting it. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. Keep showing up. I made a mistake. Come back tomorrow. You made a mistake. Come back tomorrow. The mistakes will reduce and you will get better and better. So it's not just to start. It's acceleration. Is consistent action. Your effort is not a static weight, it is a flowing water. If you maintain the flow, that's continuous effort, you overcome obstacles. If you maintain the flow, if you keep making the effort, if you keep showing up and putting in the work, you will overcome any obstacle. And you will move towards the destination. And that's the presence of the gift. Because the Bible says, a gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. Proverbs 18:16. Once you stick to it, you become good at it. There are things I can do now based on my training, IT and stuff, that I won't. In fact, sometimes you play down on what you know until you get somebody. Like when I got some staff, and I realized that, wow, they don't know this, they don't know that, they don't know. Because you've done this for so many years and you've done it for high caliber of people and you've exposed yourself to so many things. There are things you know that you would never have known if you didn't start and you were not consistent in that line. Refuse to focus on what happened in the past. Refuse to focus on the obstacle. Focus on increasing the flow. Refuse to focus on the obstacle. Focus on increasing the flow. The flow is your current effort. Once the flow, that current effort is there and is consistent, that thing will eventually fall. Just like hitting the axe with a blunt, hitting the tree with a blunt axe. Just keep hitting it. Keep hitting it. That tree will fall. That's why I always talk about seed. What is important to me is what I'm putting in the ground. Forget what is happening today. Tomorrow will still come. So I want to be prepared for tomorrow. You see that tomorrow when people say, oh, the guy just blow. Oh, he's lucky. So lucky. They don't understand that every fruit came from a seed. So there must be intensity and intentionality. Your source is your divine purpose and the intensity of your initial effort. Remember, you are backed by God. Identify the single smallest act of velocity. This is your action step for this. Identify the single smallest act of velocity. The first clear drop of water you will release today on your value vehicle. What is that one thing you can start doing? And be consistent in that over the period or the course of time will drastically change your story. Don't come up with 52 things. What is that one thing that I can do now? What is that one thing I can start this weekend? What is that one thing I can start this coming week? What is that one thing I will start in December, not January? What is that thing I will do and make a decision? Every day I will do this. Every week I will do this. Every month I will do this. I will do this consistently. How many times a day? I will do this until. What is that thing? Execute the identified small act now. Commit to a daily non-stop flow of action. So, when I wanted to get better with digital marketing, Facebook marketing to be precise, every day for about a year I listened to a training on Facebook ads. Every day. Every day. So that's what I'm saying. Now, when I say a training, somebody will say, oh, 1 hour, how can I? It's not 1 hour. Me, I no go lie for you. It's not 1 hour. Sometimes it's 10 minutes. Sometimes it's 15 minutes. Sometimes it's 7 minutes. But what is important is that it's every day. It compounds. It compounds. So that's my strategy. Anything I want to learn, I structure it into my daily routine. I'm not after volume, I'm after consistency. I'm not after doing plenty once in a while, I'm after doing a little every day. Every day I read. It's not about reading 50 chapters. It's that every day I read. Why? I become a reader. I'm not reading to say I read. I'm reading to become a reader. I'm not attending a training to say this is my certification. I attended this. No, I'm attending a trainer because I am one who grows. And every successful man is addicted to growth. So I'm addicted to growth. My focus is on becoming. Is not applause. So identify that small action and execute it. Start immediately. Please don't say you start on Monday. Monday is December 1st. Oh, perfect time. No. In fact, as a rule, I am advising you. If I can, I am instructing you. Do not wait till Monday. Because if you wait till Monday, you are going with that same procrastination syndrome, that same excuses. oh, this will be the best time. It's any Monday and it's even the first day of the month. Perfect. No, the perfect time to start is now. Make the decision. This is what I'm going to be doing every day. I'm going to watch one video now. Immediately after this, before I sleep, I'll watch that video. Even if I can't finish the video, I will start. Tomorrow I'll get up again, I'll do it. Next tomorrow on Sunday, yes, Sunday, I will watch another one again, and I will do it every day. And I won't be checking how much I know. I will just keep doing it until the clouds are full and they will empty themselves. So I hope this helps. So don't wait anymore. The wait is over. Your next step, is hidden under the stone of action. Until you take the first step, you won't know the next step. So for every next step, the next step will be revealed. Until you move, you won't know. Until you start, you have no clue. I want you to take action now. Understand who you are. Understand whose you are. Get rid of fear. Nothing can fail. Nothing will spoil in your hands. Make a firm decision, a commitment. I am starting today. I am starting now. I won't stop again. If one day I miss it, no guilt. I get up again and I do it again. Take action. I am a man of action. I hope this helps. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be in your homes, on your devices today. I do not take it for granted. I am truly grateful, and I hope this moves you a step closer to that expected end. Have a wonderful night. Good night, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Have a glorious day. Bye.